The Sukhoi Su-57, the fifth-generation stealth fighter aircraft developed by Russia, has recently secured its first export contract. Particularly in light of its efforts to broaden its global market presence, this milestone represents an important step for Russia's defense export industry. Algeria is the first export customer for the Su-57E, with a commitment to purchase 14 aircraft. This development follows Rosabaron Export's announcement in November 2024 that it had finalized an export agreement for the Su-57. Deliveries to Algeria are anticipated to commence in 2025, and Algerian pilots are currently undergoing training in Russia. This action not only emphasizes the Su-57's entry into the international market, but also emphasizes Russia's endeavors to fortify military relations with critical partners. The Su-57E's export is regarded as a strategic move by Russia to establish itself as a significant player in the global market for advanced fighter jets and increase its defense exports. Russia has also been actively pursuing India as a potential buyer for the Su-57E. The offer encompasses the potential use of existing Su-30M infrastructure in India to produce the Su-57E locally. The proposal is consistent with India's Make in India initiative and has the potential to resolve the country's requirement for fifth-generation fighters. Although Russia's arms exports decreased by 64% between 2015 to 19 and 2020 to 24, India bought 38% of the Russian munitions, according to the most recent SIPRI report. Howard Lutnick, the U.S. Secretary of Commerce, has been vocal about ending India's historical dependence on Russian military equipment. The United States has provided substantial incentives, such as the potential sale of F-35 fighter aircraft to India, to induce a transition away from Russian arms. Russia's fifth-generation fighter aircraft, the Su-57E, could start production at Indian factories in the shortest possible time if India makes a positive decision, according to Rosabaron Export. The Sukhoi Su-30 production infrastructure in India can produce the Su-57, Russia's fifth-generation stealth fighter. This is due to the significant overlaps in tooling and equipment between the two aircraft, which would streamline the transition to Su-57 production. The current facility at HAL in the city of Nasik, which has manufactured more than 220 Su-30 MKIs, can be rapidly converted to accommodate Su-57 production. This compatibility in manufacturing processes could result in significant cost reductions for India, rendering domestic Su-57 production more economically viable. A comprehensive transfer of technology would be included in any licensed production agreement for the Su-57, which would allow India to not only assemble the aircraft locally, but also to build expertise in design, maintenance, and production. Such an agreement would enhance India's indigenous defense capabilities. Rosabaron Export also underlined its readiness to modernize the Su-30 MKI fleet of the Indian Air Force with the involvement of local factories. These planes' combat abilities would be greatly improved by adding new air-launched weapons and updating their onboard systems, which are both important improvements. The AL-41F1S, or Saturn 117S engine, is an additional curious feature. The engine currently powers the Su-35 and the first batches of the Su-57. Nevertheless, the Isdelia-30 engine, a more advanced and potent next-generation engine, is intended to power the final production version of the Su-57. This engine is specifically designed to enhance the aircraft's stealth capabilities, fuel efficiency, and thrust. Although it has been part of Su-35 exports to China and other countries, Russia has not yet officially exported the 117S engine separately. Until the Isdelia-30 is available for export, India may initially receive aircraft with AL-41F1S engines if it proceeds with Su-57E production. Ironically, the power plant was a source of concern when India withdrew from the T-50 project, which resulted in the Su-57. The Su-57 has encountered obstacles in the export market, such as its sluggish production rate and high cost, despite these attempts. Nevertheless, India's export prospects could be improved by capitalizing on its existing infrastructure. The global market for fifth-generation fighters is fiercely competitive, with countries such as China providing sophisticated stealth aircraft. India, in particular, is pressured due to its neighbors to acquire sophisticated fighters, which could potentially impact its decision regarding the Su-57. To increase exports, Russia is emphasizing strategic partnerships and technology transfer. The strategy involves providing comprehensive assistance for the modernization of current fighter fleets and local production. Russia's objective is to establish the Su-57 as a competitive alternative in the global defense market by emphasizing these advantages. Now, do you think Russia is now comfortable exporting weapons in spite of the war and sanctions? Please like and share our videos and subscribe to our channel. Please also take membership in our channel to encourage us.